Karibuni, welcome tuelimishwe kwa masuala ya jamii, tuchunguze sana mbalimbali, tujuzwe juu ya matukio ya kila pembe, hapa duniani kwa familia nzima.
Vipi matajiri na matajiri wenzangu, you know it is that time of the hour we get to sit down and talk about shida za matajiri, na kama kawa kama dawa, tajiri amekuja na shida yake, but for now shida ya tajiri inashughulikia mambo 1 2 3 before they can come forward and share their mind with us tonight. Topic ya leo we are discussing about insurance. The most common thing tajiri like you and I will have ni mshahara, si ndio? Tuanzie hapo kwanza. Mshahara ni nini? Mshahara is that amount of money you get at the end of the month for having solved somebody else's problems. Let's start from that. Once you understand that aspect of what mshahara is, ama kukanjishwa baada ya kufanya kazi, that is what matters to you as tajiri. So tajiri mwenzangu, let me ask you a question. Do you know anything called a saving plan? Saving plan, let's not use too much English for tonight. Saving plan is that which you put forth in order to shield you from the rainy days. And this is something we've talked about some time back here on shida za matajiri. Naona shida ya matajiri na shida yake ya tajiri imekaa in the background. Sijui kama tutamsikia, hebu tumuone. Shida ya tajiri, good evening.
Good evening to you, Eli. Can you hear me?
Mimi nakusikia fiti sana, can hear you. Habari gani? Salimia wadau.
Hey guys, sorry I am 5 minutes late. Why am I even late? Tuko hapa kuongelea mambo ya insurance savings. So guys, kwa comment mtuambie mnafikiria nini mambo ya story. Call me Frida Nguku and I'm happy to talk about this topic tonight. Eli, you're wearing black because I have black, please stop.
Hapana, you know what happens is tajiri utembea na shida yake, and definitely when you come here wewe ndio shida kubwa ya tajiri. So matajiri wenzangu, get in the comment section, and the question we are asking you tonight is, do you trust insurance companies with your money? Frida Ngugu, why don't people actually go for insurance in the first place?
I think it's a Kenyan. I think it's let's take it back to Kenyans. I feel like the way insurance was introduced to Kenyans was a bad way. So it came and somehow they didn't give all the information, so people didn't know what they were signing up for. So later on they're like, oh, so I've given you money, so I can't get my money back. I thought I can get it after 1 year. You know, all these things were not explained. So at the end of it all, people felt like they were conned. And you know, it called first impression. That came in, and it's been very hard for Kenyans to get that out of their brains. So it's been difficult. That's the issue, actually. That's it.
No, you see, trust is everything when it comes to money. And once you're a tajiri like me, your money really matters, and where it goes actually matters. You see, there's simple things like mtu kukula fare yako na wewe ni tajiri. It hurts your pocket, not just your heart. Let's start from that. Number 2, somebody that could be eating your fare is that saving plan you're taking. But tajiri mwenzangu, tell me, once you're choosing insurance for yourself, what are the things you have to look out for?
First, what kind of insurance do you need? The word is need, not want. First, look at the kind of insurance you need at that particular moment. Then, of course, consider the options that are there. And then, considering that when it comes to insurance, it's the premium you pay probably every month. Others you can pay probably annually. Is it something with your financial status, are you able to commit that and still continue with your life? Or is it going to be in the next 5 months you're able to commit, and then after 5 months now you're not able to do that, and then now you lose that which you're supposed to gain at the end or at the maturity of that specific insurance? So those are the things you need to consider before you even go for that insurance. Do you need it? 2, are you able to afford it? Right? And then who is the best person to give at this particular moment? Or what are the options that are there? Because there are many.
You know, Tajiri mwenzangu, there's one thing you mentioned here about affordability, and I'm thinking we've just before you came in, I was telling ladies and gentlemen that are watching tonight, it's about saving plans, and that's what I want to talk about specifically. Saving plans. It's yes. You know, putting up a fund that will shield you in the heydays. Yes. I mean, rather in your heydays, you're putting up funds that will save you in your rainy days. This could be probably anything between 8, 10, 13 years, 15, depending with what insurance policy you want to pick up. And the most important that a lot of people take, because they are told about millions, is savings plan. Savings. Mtu wangu niko na insurance. Have you ever taken a savings plan, Frida? What was your experience?
I took one. I don't know whether to call it a savings plan, but probably it was, because it was more of an education plan for my baby that is not born yet, right? So I took that. Yes, you can do that. But now I had to put my sisters.
How do you take some? Have you tried the Dambi before?
Yes, so I had to commit as education policy, where like I want to pay for the next 10 years, estimating that the baby, my sister's baby, is the one that I was putting it for, in quotes here, that was around this age. So in 10 years, probably should be joining high school, and I want them to be able to pay for that high school. But I needed at that point, I can now take the money and use it for what it is that I want. So yes, I've committed to that, and it was around 2,500 per month. So that happened. And now, then I was a staff in a bank. So there was some little interest, and, you know, it was giving me around, I think, 3 to 4 million after that. And I was like, okay, was it 3 or 7? 5, I think 5 to between 5 and 7, something like that in 8, 10 years.
Wait a minute, pull up. Were you getting 8 to 10 M?
Yes.
That's not practical.
What do you mean it's not practical?
Now, let me get to that into perspective.
Ellie, I'm not sure whether it was 8 or 3 to 4. I'm not sure about that, but it was over 3.5 million. I'm not really sure. And
that's the thing that a lot of people get wrong, because I currently have a saving plan insurance. Okay. And let me talk about my past one that I had. You see, the problem is, we don't trust insurance companies with our money. Neither do I trust that money with myself. Tell me why. Because I'll eat it.
You don't trust it with yourself either, Ellie.
Yeah, but there's always problems.
Yes. So, you know, the issue is you don't trust the insurance, but the worst is you don't even trust yourself. So which is the best way to go? Now you have yourself to trust, where in terms of go and open a saving account and put your money there. And then you have someone here who is promising you this, that you've got to trust. So which is the best way? I think we need to look at it, which is the best way to go when it comes to who do you trust here? And in my case, Ellie, imagine I trust insurance companies that I trust myself.
Fine. Before I can get to answer that, we have Noreen who says, tuned in. Thank you so much. We have Edisema, have a great, okay, alimalizia wapi hapo? Hiyo story ilishia hapo. Kwani ni kesho? Yes, ni kesho. Ati na hatu, wacha nitulie hapa, nimerorolewa kwa uko kwingine. Shida za matajiri. Welcome to the achana nayo insurance, achana nayo ni sumbua mountain. Salah amesema achana nayo. We have Brian amesema no, I don't trust insurance people with my money. Ni kubaya. Matajiri wamekataa hiyo story. Tajiri ni kupiga sherehe, si kusave. Exactly, James. Exactly. We have. Let's see. I want to find the chronology of all these comments that are coming through. Umesema ne pate after party. Yes, very true. Insurance companies, then they go bankrupt and you get nothing. Never. Insurance is under my bed. Okay. Umeona matajiri vile wameamua. Ni matajiri wanaongea, ni matajiri ndio wanaongea. Okay. Kwanza amesema nope, kwanza uliniacha class 105 ukaniachia kina Kingangi. Okay, huyu anaongelea story ya matajiri na watching us live on Tina Kagia's page. Thank you so much for watching and following. Insurance is one thing you have to understand before getting yourself into, or else utakuwa na ugonjwa wa moyo. And that's why we are discussing this tonight. Matajiri wenzangu, sit back and listen. Guys, don't save with insurance because of the long-term plans and the losses incurred in case of default. Na bado ni pesa yako. Again, let me take one more from Godi, who says the problem is with the insurance agent. They don't disclose a lot of information.
Is it that they don't disclose, Eli? Is it that they don't disclose a lot of information, or is it that we Kenyans are so ignorant?
I'll tell you my experience. Just call it. Think well before you subscribe and think of what your plan in terms of saving. Is it short or long term? It's very, very important. Na huyo mrembo, James says, kweli ni tajiri. Unasikia venye anapromote Lusungu. Wewe ni tajiri, wewe ni tajiri. Ivan asema tuned in. Thank you so much, Ivan, for tuning in. Youth Council TV says, I'm here. Welcome. I know that guy. And of course, we have the last one here from Njekita, who says, don't forget that when you do that saving plan, insurance companies work with your money. So,
yes,
assess the plus and the minus. Will you really gain in terms of interest in the long term period? Now, Matajiri, let's put this into perspective.
Okay.
Frida mentioned about the amount that comes with it over the years. And one thing I will say here, and I hope insurance companies can come for my neck because I'm ready to face you. There's one thing that we need to understand. Unfortunately, we have in our market what we call agents or brokers. The work of these brokers is to sell as much as they can because they earn on commission. This is important for you to know. So when you take that document and they sell you land of milk and honey, tajiri tafadhali, take your time and read the details of your contract.
Yes.
You know, that is the only person you should say yes to is baby girl. But money, never say yes to money. Tajiri, what are the some of the important details you need to check into when you are actually signing up for an insurance saving plan?
So you're taking this saving plan. What happens when that insurance has matured? That means now you're able to get your money. What are the terms and conditions? Are you going to get it at once, all of it? Are you going to get it in portions? You know, there are different insurance companies, different terms and conditions come in play. What happens before the insurance matures, the cover matures, and you die? Are you benefiting from that?
I refuse. No dying. No dating. No dating. I refuse.
Die.
We are not dying.
Now, what happens in case in between, probably you are signed up for 8 years or 10 years, and on the 5th year you lost your job and you're not able to pay your premium? What are the conditions that come with that? Those are the things people need to understand, because understanding that, now you're like, am I able to sign for this or not? Right now, this thing has matured, and probably when it matured, I want to get back my money, and someone is out here, my family, the people I put as beneficiaries, how do they come in? Those are the details you need to read. In case you're in 3 months, something happens and pesa yako haikuingia ya mshahara in 3 months, you're not being able to pay in 3 months premium. What happens when now after 3 months you're able to get back to payment? Does it still run the same way? Those are the things you need to look at before you can actually sign up for any insurance saving.
Exactly. And let me again now bring my personal experience with insurance.
Yes.
There's one thing I'll talk about two scenarios. The first scenario is where I took this interesting 1.5 million after 10 or 15 years. Nikaona mimi nitakuwa
Oh.
nimeomoka mbaya sana. Now, tajiri, ninajua uko na
Yes.
simu mingi. Matajiri, one of the character lazima kuwe na simu mingi. Nataka uchukue calculator haraka haraka. Chukua calculator hapo. Piga hesabu ya 3,999. Hiyo ni 4,000 times 12 months. Hiyo ni pesa ngapi? That is 4 times 12.
Around
That is 48.
45K.
No, 12 times 48.
48K.
Sio?
48,000.
Hiyo ni 1 year.
1 year.
I've put in 48,000 in one year. Now
Yes.
let's now tuendelee kwa sababu hesabu sasa inaenda kwa complicated kidogo. Tajiris, I hope you are following you through. Then put it in 10 years now.
Oh. Times
48,
10.
Yeah.
4.8. 480, sorry.
480.
480. Yes.
Haya.
1,000 Kenya shillings.
Unaambiwa baba kuja hapa. Come. I mean, give you good deal that you cannot refuse. Imagine you've saved 480,000 for 10 years. Okay? That's the minimum. And then we give you 1 million. Now, see how your eyes are changing.
Yes.
In fact, right now, as you're looking at me, you are becoming very excited. Like the energy level, ile ya third. Inaitwanga nini in the third energy level?
Yes.
Inaitwaga
Because
ile
you're feeling the million.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, that is where the excitement comes. And now the broker is now looking at you. Anasema huyu ako ndani ya
box.
Are we together?
Already ameenda kugain around 20K commission, yeah?
Okay. Now,
and you start paying.
Put it there on the edge.
Yes.
That is, now, what this gentleman is not telling you is one thing. One thing, and I need you guys, and I have nothing against insurance. Let's start with that. I have nothing against insurance. If you can save 48K, kwa mfuko yako baridi, for 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay? For 1 year.
Yes.
How much can you save for 10 years? 480,000. Hiyo ni yako. Lakini sasa umechukua hii pesa umepea nani? Insurance. Mimi sijui kitu ya kufanyia pesa insurance. Hii pesa yangu haina kazi. Chukua. What insurance is doing, it's what Njekita mentioned earlier on. Takes your money, go trades with it. That's why it's able to tell you, we will do what?
We'll give you the 1 million.
A million. Great. Now, the other aspect of this story that you're not seeing is one. That is the value they are telling you. Lakini kuna two commissions, I mean, kuna zile zinaitwa what we call the tax amount that will be taken off from that amount.
Yeah, from that amount,
Yes. But the other aspect is, you can never get 100% of what you invested over those 10 years.
Eli, you're even going too far. Before you even get to the tax.
Bring me close.
Before even you go that far. 10 years from now, with 1 million. Right now, when I hear a million, right now, a million will really do much for me. But let's talk about the 4,000 you're paying every month. 4,000 10 years ago was a lot of money. Ulikuwa unaenda supermarket unakuja umebeba bags. Now 4,000 now, the value has gone down. So that means even the 1 million you're hearing now that you're going to be given in 10 years, is it the same value? No, it has changed. But it still is going to be 1 million for you. You're still going to get it as 1 million. But does it still have the same, does it have the value that it has right now? And those are the things you need to consider. So if I'm signing this with 480,000 at the end of it all, and I'm getting 1 million, what is the value of that million then in 10 years? And the good thing is you can do the math. Actually, your phone can do that, can calculate, the inflation and all that of money and give you an estimate in 10 years, what would be the value of 1 million? Is it giving you that purpose? And that's why I feel like as much as you're saying, insurance, they're doing all this, when you're signing for that, consider the options you have around you. If the goal you need here is to be able to get the 1 million and put in business, then it's not making sense. But if the goal of you saving is putting that money there, if for insurance, it's other things, maybe in case I die, probably it's life insurance, my family will be covered and they'll get a lump sum, then probably it makes sense. you're getting. So those are the options you need to weigh and be like, now, as I go for this, it's because of this. But if you want to get in 10 years and get the money so that you can start a business and you get $1 million, really, you're doing maths backwards.
Enyewe unafanya hesabu, lakini unafanya hesabu reverse call. Now,
Yes.
let's get back to that aspect you mentioned about in the event of death. And this is something that can happen to anybody. I know somebody who actually took a saving plan, and the saving plan was to mature upon 15 years. But one of the catchy places that they put it is, in case of death, we will consider that insurance or saving plan to have come to maturity, and we will pay you a beneficiary. So if you sit and think very hard, it's actually a great idea to save with them.
Yes.
Now, listen to me, people. Matajiri wenzangu, the only thing you need to know is insurances have understood that over the years, people are actually doing more suicide than natural death. This thing has to be investigated. So if you opt today to decide unajitia kitanzi to benefit your family, please note, your family will not be, it will not work. There's another part. This is a trick before you take that insurance cover. They always ask you, in your family, do you have any, genetic problem in terms, maybe you have heart problems, maybe you have blood sugar issues. Do people just drop like, the people of the blue blood and die? They always die like flies from nowhere. That is an important aspect of your insurance cover. And why is it important? If they can prove that your death was associated to existing condition, 9 out of 10, you will not be paid. Number 2, if by any chance, Frida, they realize you gave false information during that time, you can actually forfeit your your insurance benefits. And now this is what is happening here. You're forfeiting the benefits, which actually the next in line. On top of that, the money you actually put in it. So these are things you need to consider very, very well. Don't just decide, mimi kwetu tunakufanga na kansa ikifika 20 years. Wacha niseme niko na cancer. What happens to your premium? It gets higher. I'm not saying you should lie, but I'm just telling you what you need to consider. What exactly are you getting into? Shauna.
And Ellie, yes. And the good thing is, most of this insurance, it's also good to weigh the kind of insurance companies you're signing up with. Most of them do a medical checkup, and all these details in terms of medical, in terms of your family and beneficiaries and genes and all those things, they are inside that terms and condition that is a whole probably two full steps you've got to go through. But they are there and they take medical checkup. So if you're keen enough, ask questions. And I tell people, ask questions. Ask as many questions as you wish. Take your time. It's not an emergency getting insurance. To take your time, understand, get to even people who've been old enough, walifika mahali mpaka their insurance plans matured, how did that work? But do your research before you even get there. Now you get to understand that better. And also as they do the medical checkup and they're writing everything down, please see what is being written. Otherwise you're going to sign and you're like, boss, when do you sign hapa? So what is written here? And that becomes a problem.
Always read the contract. And these are not like softwares. Even softwares have got people into problems. That's why you have people from your relatives being called and younaambia, unajua tuko na mtu yako hapa hajatulipa pesa yetu. So don't just click yes and proceed. Get to know exactly what you're getting into. Now, let me just come back to the issue about the medical aspect. And I know it has nothing to do with savings, but it could actually be a great saving plan. Especially if you are in a situation of a family. Let me talk about the issue of family medical insurance, okay? And I'm not talking as an expert. Let's get this straight, okay? I'm talking this as a tajiri. Tajiri makes
Yes.
his research. So he's not talking about things he's not aware about. Na tajiri mwenzangu ako hiyo sector ya insurance. Sasa niko well covered. If I get wrong, she will correct me. Now, medical insurance, it's one of the most common form of
Yes.
insurance cover. And
Yes.
medical insurance is equally one of the most misunderstood cover among households. Yes. You take an insurance, yeah, we will cover your family. You can go for checkup. You have dental, you have you know, those nice lines. What you didn't read, you people from Shimalavandu, is we cover only up to 5 members of the family.
Yes.
At the age of dependency. You didn't read that.
Yes. Below 18. Uh-huh.
Are we there? Number 2. Once you've understood that aspect, you will know after you get child number 6, then things are changing.
Yeah.
So if probably you have a child that is older than the one that was there, then probably you need to change the data and replace them. But automatically they are brought out of. Yes, they are automatically brought out of it. Yes. Yeah. And the other aspect about the medical aspect, it's get to know what is the limit and what are the services you can contract when you need that insurance to come through for you. Because probably they're telling you, we are covering up to 5 members who can spend a total of 5 million. So if one member gets ill for no particular reason and they spend 4 million, the insurance will pay. But unasikianga si hata huyu mwingine ni mgonjwa, huyu achukue 250, mwingine 250, hapo unarudi next day anambia hauna cover. You are like, what happened?
Yeah.
Get and to all read those the details.
Are there. All things are there, but we don't read them. All things are there, but sisi tunaendelea uko like, so when I check my medical cover, it's cover 5 kids, yeah. A maximum of 5 million. I've never even spent 5 million, so why not go for it? And then you go for it, but again, there are all other terms and conditions. And when you're going out for your claim is when you realize, oh, I actually signed here, but I didn't read through.
You know, mtu husema watu insurance ni wezi. Watu ni wezi, sitaki kusikia mambo ya mtu insurance. Let us avoid buying insurance policies on the roadsides. Try and include the legal aspect to unearth hidden clauses on that policy. And this is actually something we talked about, Frida, before we went live. Because this is something people will rarely do. If need be, consult with your advocate or lawyer. Do so. It will help you save your monies. One more question here. We have the agents will not disclose because their commission comes first. Kenyans don't like reading. That's why they give many terms and conditions. Time value for money or money is key.
Yes.
Don't be fascinated by the figures. And that's what they calculate for you. Look, you're giving us 480. And that's what they tell you. You are giving us. Indeed, you are giving them the money.
You are giving you $1 million.
Tajiri.
Yes.
Tajiri. In case we have to end this conversation because naona time imeenda, I need you to give your pillars that one has to look for when they want to do an insurance policy, probably saving policy.
In Kenya, that is, get to understand your need. Everything, even insurance, like we said, it's a saving, it has a goal. What's your goal for this specific saving that you're getting? So once you know this is the goal for me in 10, 18 years, then I am able to sign up for this. Now, if you're paying 10,000 per month, are you able to still pay the 10,000 even if something happens? Probably you're on a job and it's contract. You're not sure it's going to be renewed. If that contract ends next year, are you able to still pay the 10,000? Look at your financial status at that particular moment and calculate in the next 8 years that I'm supposed to pay. If something happens, am I still able to pay this premium? Or is it going to get to 5 years and expires? Now, in case you get all these things right and now you're getting to the insurance agent or to the insurance company, please read terms and conditions, understand, ask questions. What if? You know these what ifs? Ask as many what ifs as possible so you're able to understand, what if I die? What if I'm not able to pay? What if I take a nini, it lapses? What if I'm not able to in 3 months and I get back after 4 months? Get to understand all the logistics so you don't find yourself losing your money, yet you're expecting to get more. There's nothing as frustrating as that. you're expecting to get $1 million, but now you're here. Even the money that you've saved is gone. And in case you're not able to pay, please, as always, connect with your insurance agent or the insurance companies so that they're able to explain to you what happens. Don't just shut and be like, nitarudi tu. It doesn't work like that. Ask
Definitely.
questions.
Ask questions, get the nitty-gritty of the details of your contract, because unfortunately, their commission comes first. As you do that, I need you to know one thing, that you will always have multiple offers of what you can buy into in terms of insurance, savings and plans and all that. Do not oversubscribe because you believe you're saving here, you're saving there, you're saving here. At the end of the day, you need liquidity, and liquidity is important because then you're able to facilitate the payment of your premiums without breaking a sweat. As you do that, ask yourself a question. If you do not trust the insurance company with your money, do you trust yourself enough to save for those 10 years? If you can get an answer to this question, then you know what to do with your money. After all, Shida za Matajiri continues next week. Frida, tukafunge?
Yes, tukafunge manze. Nikitaka nikaa tumeongea 2 minutes.
By the way, lakini tunashukuru sana for everybody that came through for us. Remember, every single Friday we have the creative space right here on Art in Art, and on Saturday the family edition, without forgetting Sunday against all odds. And this Sunday we are talking about wigs of hope. You know, Diana Ketch will be waiting to tell a story about wigs that are giving hope to cancer patients. Have a great night. My name is Likuyani Eli, and of course we have Frida Ngugu all the way in Nairobi, Kenya. Amesema siku yetu imeisha. Sisi kama matajiri, we wish you a great weekend ahead, and God bless you. Above all, shikilia pesa yako kama imani yako. Good night.
Bye.